Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Learn Academic English, where I teach intermediate and advanced level lessons for English learners around the world who want to be successful in school and work. Today I'm going to talk about an important thing that's happening in American culture. It's back to school time. I've got my backpack ready and I'm going to teach you all about this important time. First of all, it's important to know that in the United States, we have summer vacation. What that means is that the kids are out of school between June and August. The exact date is different depending on the city or the school district, but most kids are out of school for the summer. Then, at the end of summer, a new school year begins. That means that right now, a new school year is about to begin in the U.S. Usually school starts somewhere around Labor Day. Labor Day is the first Monday in September, and most schools will start either just before Labor Day or just after. However, different states, different school districts can have different dates, and some schools actually go back even on August 1st. So the exact date is different, but traditionally school begins around the 1st of September or around Labor Day. The school year in the U.S. runs from around September 1st until around June 1st or the middle of June. And as you may know, we use the word grade to talk about the years in school. For example, my kids are going into 9th grade and 5th grade. So I've got a 9th grader and a 5th grader this year. And the same dates will apply for colleges and universities. However, the grades are different. We don't talk about 9th grade or 10th grade for college or university. And I'll get to those words in just a minute. Let's move on to talk about what happens at this time of year. There's a lot of buzz or a lot of energy before the kids go back to school, and that's because they're getting excited, maybe they're nervous, and there are a lot of things that they want to do to prepare for the upcoming school year. So we do a lot of back-to-school shopping in the US, and the first thing that we do is we buy back-to-school clothes. Now, this might be different from your country because in the US, most kids do not wear a uniform. Public schools usually do not require uniforms, so kids can wear their own clothes to school. And usually kids will want to choose a few new things to wear for the school year. For example, my son got a couple of new shirts, new shorts, a nice new pair of jeans, and a very special pair of shoes that he chose. In addition, there are back-to-school supplies that kids will need to get. Now, again, this might be different or it might be the same as what happens in your country, but in the US, the schools, the public schools are free and the books are free, but kids are usually responsible for bringing their own supply. So let's take a look at what those supplies are by looking through my backpack. So kids need to have a good backpack to take to school, and inside that backpack, they're going to have a lunchbox where they take their lunch, or they can get food from the cafeteria. They also need to have a binder, and a binder looks like this, where you open it and there are rings inside. You can keep loose paper here, and of course the school schedule so you know what room and what class you have at each hour of the day. Also, kids need to have a notebook to write in, and a few other things that are inside my son's backpack. A water bottle, of course, an extra mask, because masks are required at his school. A box like this might be useful for kids that are taking geometry or math with rulers and a protractor. Index cards for remembering or studying vocabulary or important terms before a test. And then a school supply pouch. And this pouch is going to hold a few important items. So inside the pouch we have a highlighter that you can use to identify main ideas while you're reading, and a pencil. And with the pencil, this type of pencil has lead, like this, and an eraser, whiteout, which I don't have on the list here, but whiteout is used if you're writing with pen and you make a mistake, you can cover it up. A stapler, a mini stapler, which is also not here, but it is very useful, and a pen. And a couple of other things that I can see in here are some post-it notes that you can use to make a note and then stick it onto something, and paper clips. So those are the basic school supplies that most kids will want to have before school begins. Let's continue by looking at another event that happens before school starts, and that is called orientation. Orientation is a gathering of new students where the school will introduce important information to new incoming students. Now, in most cases, this is going to be for freshmen. And what are freshmen? Freshmen are the youngest or the first grade of high school and the youngest or first grade of college or university. So high schools and colleges and universities use the same system. The first year is freshmen, second year is sophomores, third year is juniors, and fourth year is seniors. So my son is going to be a freshman in high school because he's entering 9th grade, which is the first year of high school. So a couple days ago, he went to an orientation, and the orientation was with all the new students, and there were some teachers and principal there to introduce important information, and then some seniors came and worked as volunteers, and they gave the new students a tour around the school. So some of the things that they will see is they will learn about the campus. They will visit different buildings and get to know the campus. They will meet the principal. They will meet their counselor, who is a person who can help them if they have questions or if they need help planning their classes. And they can learn about extracurricular activities. Extracurricular activities are things that they can do outside of their regular school, outside of classes. The main one is sports, but also could be clubs or other activities like choir, which is singing, or some other similar activities like that. I know that the school year and the way things happen are different in every country, so I would love to know about your country. When do kids go back to school? When does the school year start? And what are some things that you do in your culture before school begins? Let me know in the comments below. I hope to see you soon. Let me know if you have questions, and take care.